Hey guys, it's Rachel, and today you can see I have changed up the set once again. I know, I can't stop redecorating, but I knew I had to do something for Valentine's Day, so I hope you guys like it. It looks kind of like maybe what my dream bedroom would look like when I was 5, but I think it's really cute. Anyways, today we are making some Hostess Valentine's Day cupcakes. These are so yummy. You guys definitely have to give this recipe a try. So, let's get started. First off, you're going to need a stick of butter, along with 2 ounces of chopped semi-sweet chocolate. And I'm just going to melt this down in the microwave at 30-second intervals until it is nice and smooth like this. Now in a separate bowl, you're going to need 3/4 cups of flour, along with a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and this is optional, but I also like to throw in a teaspoon of espresso powder just to make my cake a little more chocolatey, which I always like. So I'm just going to whisk that up and then set it aside. Now in a separate bowl, I'm going to crack in 2 room temperature eggs, then add in a 1/2 cup of white sugar, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you happen to follow me on Instagram, then this shot looks familiar. So I'm just going to whisk that up. At this point, you're going to add in the melted chocolate, but don't be like me though, because I totally forgot to. No worries, I just added it later and it came out almost the same. Alright, time to put it all together. I'm going to add half the dry ingredients to that egg mixture, and then mix it in. Then I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, and I usually don't, just mix a 1/2 cup of regular milk with a 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar. Then I'm going to finish it off by adding in the rest of the dry ingredients and mix that up. And then here's where I shamefully add in that melted chocolate I forgot to add earlier. It looked a little weird at first, as you can see here, but as I kept mixing, it started to look just like the normal cupcake batter, and they tasted great too, so it was all fine in the end. Alright, now time to scoop it into our liners. This recipe makes a dozen cupcakes, so you're going to want 12 cupcake liners. Then you're going to bake this off at 350 for about 18 minutes. Once they come out of the oven, just let them cool completely on a cooling rack. Moving on to the filling, you'll want 6 tablespoons of softened butter. Go ahead and let that get nice and creamy. Afterwards, mix in a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Then we're going to throw in 3/4 teaspoons of vanilla extract and mix that in too. Next comes the marshmallow fluff. Here I'm adding in 7 ounces. I guess you could just inject some of this marshmallow fluff into your cupcakes and call it a day, but I think that the frosting is a nice touch. However, I did find this frosting to be a little bit runny, so if you wanted to have a thicker texture, just add in a little bit more powdered sugar. Then I'm just going to load this into a piping bag fitted with a large round tip. And to fill our cupcakes, I have this adorable cupcake core that my cousin got me for Christmas. Thank you, Natalie, by the way, if you're watching this. And you can see it just hollows out the center. Then I'm going to cut off a little bit of that so we just have the top. This is going to give us some room for our filling. By the way, if you don't have that cupcake core, you can just use a knife. So I've just filled it up, and then I'm going to pop the lid right back on. Isn't that cute? The glaze for our cupcakes is super simple. I know, more butter and more chocolate, but it is Valentine's Day after all, so I think it's okay to indulge a little bit. So that was 6 tablespoons of butter, 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and 2 teaspoons of corn syrup. Melt that down in the microwave until it's nice and smooth. Oh, and by the way, if you have that little lip right there, a good way to fix it is just to fill it up with some of this glaze. So I just poured in about a 1/4 teaspoon or so, and you can see that makes a nice smooth top. Now for my favorite part, it's time to dip the cupcakes. So I'm just going to dip it in the glaze and then shake off the excess. Do that little wrist flick thing, and then you're going to place it on your tray and tap down the glaze. You can see this comes out so pretty. It's such an easy way to get really impressive looking cupcakes. And to finish it all off, I'm using some buttercream icing to write the word love. You could also use leftover marshmallow filling, by the way. And feel free to do whatever designs your heart desires. I think these would be great to bring to a Valentine's Day party, or if you're feeling extra generous, you could just pass them out to your friends at school or work. I know that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, so cross your fingers, everyone likes them. I could just eat them all by myself too, but I will be a nice person and I'll bring them to school. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you stay tuned for all my other Valentine's Day recipes coming up very soon, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye guys! Thanks so much for watching, guys. Click here for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe for more cute recipes. See you next time!